Hi, my name is Lindy from Project Portfolio Office, and in this video I'm going to cover widget configuration for PPO administrators, specifically focused on the home page. So before getting into the admin side of things, when a user logs into PPO, they land on the home page, and the home page is comprised of various tabs. So depending on what user group you're in, you will see different views. So here I'm logged in as a PPO administrator, and I potentially need access to view the full portfolio with the related stats and things like that. On the home pages, users have the ability to apply their own filtering. They can edit their own settings when it comes to the widgets or list pages. Here as an example, I can decide which columns I want to use. So a user has control over changing any of their preferences. So this is the example of a homepage or dashboard that you'll see logged in as a PPO administrator. And here's an example of me logged in as a project manager, where my focus is just the projects that I am involved in. You as a PPO administrator can apply defaults for your users when it comes to home pages. So as you can see here, I have a dashboard view with my key metrics related to the full portfolio of projects. And then I have a second tab for home. And this has a different view where I've got a calendar widget, a my list widget, approvals and things like that. Where you have control over this as a PPO administrator is under the administration menu by selecting widget configuration. And this then takes you to the full widget configuration page. Our focus is just going to be under pages by selecting home. The first item that you'll see is the user group selection. So if we select all user groups, any change that I make to this home tab or any additions that I build under all the user groups will inherit if they haven't applied their own preferences. If I want to focus on making changes to the PPO administrator's defaults for their home tabs, I would select that specific user group. Here I have the ability to copy a tab and paste it. You'll notice it inherits the same name. I can then change the caption of this tab and then make any changes that's needed based on the specific page that I'd like to share with the PPO administrator. So we can change the filtering options, we can change the settings for each of these widgets within the panels. So that is all in your control. You can also add a new home tab by clicking on the add icon. This then gives you the ability to add a brand new home tab that will be displayed for all your PPO administrators. For this example, I'm just going to add a portfolio timeline, and for that I'm going to use a Gantt chart widget. So yeah, I've got all the options for the various widgets that I can apply. I'm going to select the Gantt, and the data that I want to pull from is my task entity. So I can just add that. PPO puts it down as a default for me. Again, I can give it a new caption. For this one, I'm naming it the portfolio timeline. I can apply filtering. In this case, I only want to have a look at the tasks where the type is project task. So that will show me the start and the end date for all of my projects. And then I can also decide what columns we want to show using our settings icon. So as an example, I might not want the responsibility field or the last update field. I can update that, and it takes that into consideration on this view. If I save this, the PPO administrator that hasn't set their own preferences will inherit this home page. So I'm quickly going to save this. And if I then go back to my home page in PPO, you'll see I now have the new My Portfolio home tab as well as the portfolio timeline. I hope you found this valuable. Thank you very much for watching.